We're back. That was a bit of a delay start.
It'll be all right.
We are back today with the Shoe Dog Podcast, episode 4. Coming straight to your door. How's you today? You good?
I'm good, bro. How about you, man?
Well, I'm good, and I'm excited because we got a hell of an episode today. I'm not even joking on that one. It is deep diving into a lot of chaos. A lot of chaos.
Yeah, man. It's been a lot going on, and it's not surprising how frequently the news comes because I'm used to it now, but it trips me out. It's like, bro, we'll get 3 days out, and I'm like, what are we gonna talk about? And as soon as I open up Google, it's all right there. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about that.
We're gonna talk about a lot of things, bro. But like, the thing is, some of the stuff we're gonna talk about today is not news related at all because it's something that we're all aware of. We all know what happens, but then there's so much unfairness to this, to a point where, okay, so we see this happening, and we see this happening from one angle. And we see this happening from another angle. So why is it not fair and consistent from all angles? See what I'm saying? So we'll discuss that.
At this point, I feel like it's the way of the world showing itself in the sneaker culture. Also, like the way unfairness is unbiased. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
There's so much stuff that's not fair in the world already, just for people, different sects, different ethnicities, different religions, and depending on where you live, unfairness is always going to show itself. So in the sneaker community, unfairness got to be fair.
and let's just say this: at the end of this show, we'll realize power is money, money is power, and you realize that when you have the backing and the money, you can pretty much do whatever you want because you are untouchable. And we'll get to that at the end of the show. We will get that at the end of the show because that's going to be that's going to probably take up most of the back end of this podcast. But let's have a talk about what's been happening this week with you, bro.
Well, we had Kampdorf on last week.
Yeah. His influence is rubbing on. Look at those. Look at those. Those are the Jordan 5 P51, bros. Those camo versions of those P51s. And if anybody doesn't know, and if you want to know more about the Jordan 5, go and look it up because that P51 is the reason why it's called P51, and it's the reason why that Jordan 5 looks like the Mustang P51. Go and check out Tinker's documentary. Go and check out the development of that shoe because that Jordan 5 is magnificent. And that sneaker, bro, boy, it's so nice. It's so nice.
We're looking at the left shoe, right? We're looking at the left shoe, and this shoe used to be worse than this shoe.
Ooh,
look at the foolishness going on here. Like this is bad, bro. This is bad.
So on audio description, if anybody's hearing this, we are going to start loading these up onto Apple and Spotify. But if anybody's, bro, that's a massive day and night difference. But if anybody's listening to this, what we've done is Q's picked up the P51s, which were VNDS. I would say you said into yesterday's live they were 4 out of 5. 4 out of 10. So basically, you clean them up, wash them up, use the suede Nubuck eraser rubber brush, and you brought the left-hand side back to life, and the right-hand side is still dirty. And mind you, you showed me the left-hand side, which was way dirtier than the right-hand side. Yeah. And it is a total difference. Like you can even see the shine come back off that left sneaker because it looks brand spanking new. So guys, if you like I keep saying, we are on Instagram. We do lives on Instagram about its customs. So go and check that out. Q joined us yesterday. Me and Cam were doing that live yesterday. And Q, you pulled out those P51s and they look absolutely gorgeous. I'm saying, like, you brought them back to life. So you gave a rating of 7 out of 10 from going to 4 out of 10. And let's how much did you get them for, bro?
$60.
$60.
Well, the $60 that I paid for the shoe was a pretty appropriate price. I feel like I could have even went down based on the condition. Yeah, I should have tried the low ball and maybe haggle a little bit, but
yeah.
This is my first real project shoe, like that I have to actually put some real time and sweat equity into. So I'm not disappointed about it. They came out the only downfall, two. I give it 1.5 downfalls. They didn't come with the original box, which is okay. I can get a box. Yeah, I probably got boxes around here empty. That's fine. But they did not come with the lace lock. That's the most disappointing part about it. Because the Jordan 5 to me is only 90% complete without the lace lock, man.
But for $60, for $60, you'll probably like
yeah. I could find a lace lock. Yeah, no problem. So
by the way, talk to Cam. Cam's got loads of lace locks. Cam's got loads of lace locks, so he might be able to give you one or two.
Cam just sent me a pair of lace locks for my wife's top 3 5s that we reclaimed from my niece when her foot grew.
Yeah.
And my niece lost the lace lock, and Cam was gracious enough to send us a pair for my wife's top 3 Jordan 5. So I know Cam. I'm not trying to ask too much of Cam because I know he got a lot going on too. He got family, he got work, he got his own collection that he got to tend to. So I'm not gonna be on his head about lace locks. I can find a pair myself. But
yeah, I'm just trying to work out what the P51, what lace locks look like.
They're green.
Oh, so they're like this camo green, yeah?
They're the color green that's on the midsole here. They are green.
Okay.
But so far I've been having a kind of a difficult time finding the green lace lock. So I might go with red depending on how long I have to search. By the time I finish cleaning that right shoe, I'm gonna be ready for my lace locks. So
why don't you get a lace lock that is specially? I know it's a you're looking for the original lace lock, but I'm pretty sure Nike Town here in the UK have got lace locks, and they've got some specially designed lace locks. So have you thought about getting a very unique lace lock that isn't the original, but is so unique and special that it's different to what you're gonna put on the sneaker? So you make it your own?
I was thinking of going red, to be honest with you. I've seen custom lace locks. They got metallic lace locks. They got lace locks with graphics on them and stuff like that. But I want to try to stay as traditional as possible on that. So I'll probably go with red if I can't find that olive green. But
yep.
You picked up something this week as well, and you also had something special on feet.
So the only way to show you this is I've been listening to your advice, bro, and I've actually been taking more Fitbits because basically I think that's the way that we should be going.
Yes.
What's with that? Yes.
The Fitbit action. That's what I want. I want the Fitbit smoke. Bring me a whole cloud of Fitbit smoke.
Okay, cool. That is the Fitbit, bro. And as you can see, to be honest, it's low res. It was a low res picture, but I still had to post it because this isn't the area. There's this if you're hearing this, this is near Little Venice, where locally to me, and there's a monument there of a standing man looking at another standing man. So I was just stood next to it and done the peace sign. But I've got black and white varsity jacket and white sweater underneath with some black cargos. And right at the bottom is the sneakers, is the Jordan 5 K54 Friends and Family Custom, which are these, bro. I'm going to unshare and I'm going to show you this. This is the sneaker we're talking about. Bang!
Yo, the gloss on them, bro. That's slight patent right there. That's slight patent. How many coats of high gloss you put on that?
5.
5 coats. Good Lord. Good Lord.
And we pulled it up to Cam's Tiffany Jordan 1s that he customized. And then that's the only reason why I actually kind of went in with that high gloss. But, bro, on feet, they look fire. I think I'm going to be honest, like the original K54 Jordan 5s, the all white versions, it reminds me too much of the 585s. So I'm like, I needed to do something to them. But I still got the originals, and it gives me the option to go 50-50, one white, one black. And I might be doing that soon. So I have to be done. And with that varsity jacket as well, because bro, that varsity jacket is versatile for something, for a switch up like that.
Bruh.
Bro, I'm gonna say is anybody that's watching this, anybody that's listening to this, be experimental, grow into your own style, and just do it. Just do it. Like Nike tells you to do, just do it. And to be honest, even though we all love to hate Nike, even though we all like kind of yeah, you bastards and stuff like that, but they've got a best slogan to that. Just do it, Nike. Come on, bro. You can't beat. It just gives everybody that enthusiasm to just go and do it. Just do it. Just do your stuff.
Yeah. There really is a love-hate relationship with Nike, but you got to pull out. Yeah.
Okay, so does anybody know the code 308497-425? Does anybody know that code?
We sneaker nerds, but we ain't that deep, bro. Come on, man.
All right. Does anybody know the code? Midnight navy, metallic gold, white, marine. So basically, it's not it's a Jordan 4 box. You could actually mistake this for a Jordan 5 box as well. A Jordan 4 box. And it's not the Marina ones, because the Marina ones are still a fire sneaker. But this week, and on Candoff's advice and Cam's advice, bro, always go back in time, like Back to the Future, and pick up the sneakers you want, because, bro, sometimes the sneakers you want are better than the sneakers they released today. So look at this, bro. Bang!
Jordan 4. Dunk from above.
Bro, the Jordan on the back is fire. The materials on this is fire. And you know what the amazing thing about this sneaker is? that yellow gold paneling on that end of that leather. Bro. Yeah, and you know what? I'm not no capping, bro. I can pull out an Excel sheet from 2018. When I actually really started, 2 years prior to that, I was picking up. Then I was like, I'm picking up sneakers, but I want to pick up sneakers that I want to collect and want to wear. And I produced a list in 2018, and that list has 53 sneakers on it, right? And on that list, it includes the Chicagos, includes the Breads, includes all the ones we associate with, but then it included Lightning 4s, Thunder 4s. Dunk from above, bro. I finally managed to tick this off that list. And if you're not a sneakerhead, if you haven't got a Grail list, and this was in my Grail, bro. The pictures I've seen with these on, oh my god, bro, like these are fire.
And the leather on those look pure buttercup. Look,
bro. If you're looking at this, but that material is soft as hell, bro.
That's thick leather too. I could tell just from looking at it.
Yeah, it's thick. That's proper thick.
Yeah, that's some good wear on those.
So don't give us no Crimson 4s. Don't give us no AKA Red Thunders, AKA not Red Thunders, AKA oh my god trash bin shit. Give us some of that thick leather, soft leather, that leather. And we'll be happy. We'll be happy because that sneaker right there, that Jordan 4 Dunk from above, that is beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous. And thank you, Crepsaholic Ash, bro. You gave me the dub up, and he gave it for a really good price as well. And to be honest, that sneaker is absolutely immaculate quality. Nothing wrong with that. I paid friends and family prices for that sneaker because Ash is family, and yeah, bro, I'm happy. I'm just happy. I'm a happy boy.
I'm happy for you, bro. Like that's a great pair to have in the collection. That whole dunk from above pack, actually, the ones, the 5 lows and the 4s are all good sneakers. So go back, check it out if you don't know.
That one looks quite nice as well.
Yeah, the ones are they different. They got like a early 2000s kind of vibe going on with them.
Let me just pull up on the screen. If nobody knows the Jordan 5 dunk from above pack, Jordan dunk from above pack. Hold on, should I have this open?
It takes me back to a time where Nike and Jordan were real experimental. This was around the time where you could actually do customs on certain Jordan silhouettes on Nike ID. Before it was Nike by You, which we know it by now, but we all say, people that know it from back in the day, we call it Nike ID. And at that time, I wasn't in such a fortunate place, the place that I'm in now. So I would go on Nike ID and come up with all these dope designs, man, and didn't have the capital to pull it off because it was a bill to pay, or I needed groceries in the refrigerator, or I was supporting other habits, I'll just say, that didn't involve sneakers at the time. Look at them.
Look at that. Look at that, bro.
The 5s, you know I love that. I mean, we love 5s. Even lows.
I love 5s. Bro, I draw the limit at a lot of 5 lows, but those 5 lows are quite nice. If they had that high collar as well, bro, that's an instant cop. That midnight navy on that midsole, that midnight navy on that knitting, and that midnight navy on that tongue with that white all over, bro, yeah. That's fire. Even the Jordan 1, it's got that glistening gold tick that it runs all the way through. Look at that.
Yeah, it's iridescent. Like
iridescent gold.
It's
like
green, it's gold, it's orange, it's blue, it's everything.
Yeah.
And the cuts, it's got like that Zoom comfort cut to it.
When's the last time Jordan Bryan released a really good pack?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like I'm not going to count the New Beginnings pack. Like the New Beginnings pack, even though I like it with the airship and the Jordan 1, but that New Beginnings pack for me, it's not really a good release because like they released it in Chicago and they kept it and then they kept it moving, and you're like, well, I really wanted that. Well,
I think the question is, or the questions are we talking about just Jordan Brand alone, or are we talking about collabs? Because if we're talking collabs, we got the Union 4s. That's a pack. Shout out Scott Simpson, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
But even with the Fearless pack, because there was the Blue to Great, there was, there were 4 collabs, three or 4 collabs in that Fearless pack. So maybe we shouldn't count that one either.
Yeah, I'm talking when they released the Black Metallics and the Raging Bulls. The Defining Moments pack. Like when was the last? I can't remember when the last time they released a really good pack. Did they release a Kobe pack as well with the 8s and the 3s?
I don't think that released to the public.
See,
I'm not sure. But I don't think it released to the public.
That Kobe pack. One day in my life, I need that Kobe pack. That I hope I get into a position where I'm able to afford it. But like Jordan Brand, if they know what's right, if they know what like to pay tribute to Kobe, they need to release that pack for everybody to purchase, because anybody that's a Kobe fan, and I love that. I'm a Kobe fan, and I love the 8s and the 3s, and that colorway on the 8s and the 3s on the Kobe pack is gorgeous, bro.
Definitely. We know 8s are slept on though, so they might bring back the 3s by themselves.
I can't wait. I look, bro. Everybody that's an 8 fan, you are going to be in for a delight this year and next year. Anybody that's not an 8 fan, good for you guys, because we're going to pick up all the
8s. So let's go into the news, man, because this story is horrible.
Hold on.
This is horrible. This is horrible. I mean, what? God. Why? Okay.
Anybody listening to this? The reason why we're doing it is because we've got on screen Brampton Footlocker employee allegedly ejaculates into new shoes to put them back into boxes. So yes, guys, yes. And if you follow me on Instagram, my news story was Footlocker. Holy jizz in my pants, Footlocker. I don't want extra mayo with those sneakers, bro.
Yo, this guy, he trying to turn your beaters, or he trying to turn your heaters into skeeters. That's what he's doing.
And something. Shout out to Dell for this one. Dell and me were hanging yesterday, and we had a couple of drinks, and we were talking about this situation. And you know, when you have a couple of drinks and you talk about a situation, Dell came up with a really good one for this. It was called it's Footlocker's new policy called the shipped and shagged, or the shagged and shipped. One of the two. It's the shagged and shipped. You shag it and ship it. Del, that was a good one. I told you I was going to shout you out, but that was a good fucking thing, bro. Like hold on, who the hell does that? Oh, the double dipper.
Bro.
There was also a video. There's also a video of him doing it. Allegedly, there was a video of that situation. I've not seen it. I've seen clips.
It. You can find it on IG.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that double dip, bro.
Listen, the crazy part is when you told me about, because I heard it first from you when we were discussing topics for the show, and I had never heard of it, and I said, okay, I know it's gonna pop up, so I'm not gonna look for it. I honestly, I feel like I maybe went a little backwards with that story, because I waited for it to show itself, because I knew something this crazy was not gonna miss me with the way my Instagram feed is set up, bro, and the way my Google News and Twitter and bro, and I saw the video. I'm like, what in the? I just had to keep scrolling. When I saw it, I immediately knew what it was, and plus there was a caption to the video. And I said, man, I can't subject myself to this type of punishment, bro. I hate seeing people that wear beaters, or people that wear sought after pairs as beaters. Ain't no way in the hell I'm finna sit there and watch this man skeet in some shoes, bro. No, I don't care what they is. I don't care if they was Vans. I don't care if they was tier 3 Nikes or Reeboks or whatever the case is, bro. These are brand new shoes. At the end of the day, whether it's something that we would put on foot or not, people want these shoes. There's no better feeling than putting on a brand new pair and to find out that this dude been doing what with my shoe before I bought it. Come on, man.
Bro. Look, listen, like.
Those must be comfortable shoes.
No.
Walk all day in shoes like that.
No.
I wish I had shoes like that.
That's what he thought, actually, bro. Somebody wants shoes like that.
Whatever you do with your shoes in the privacy of your own home is for you and you alone, and whoever you want to share, bro. Come on, man.
Do you feel he could get done for sexual assault? Because especially if he's done that and sold it to a female sneakerhead, that's almost like sexual assault, bro. Literally, let's just be real, bro. That any semen contact with the opposite sex is, or even with the same sex, bro, is still regarded as sexual assault, bro.
I can't disagree with you, bro. At the very least, that's chemical warfare, bro. Like that's not right, bro. It's not right, bro. Like it's cold, yo. Yo, we dealing with the Rona out here. Like he putting all kind of Omarion inside my shoes, bro. You gonna give me Omarion on the feet, bro?
So is that gonna stop you sniffing your sneakers, bro?
Yo,
that's not extra glue you're sniffing, bro.
Yo, and listen, man. Let's go. Let's take it to a different place, okay? Because anybody that's grown, that participates in the monkey dance, all right, y'all know what happens at the end. So it ain't gonna be too long before that stuff dry up, and now you wouldn't even know it,
bruh.
You wouldn't even know it. Like it don't, as far as I know, ain't no smell to it. You know what I'm saying? So you sniffing your sneakers and you don't know you sniffing jizz powder in there. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. You sniffing jizz powder, bro.
Okay, cool. Do you feel this Brampton employee was hired by a Nike quality check? And he's left his stains on those crimson fours, bro. Those ain't glue stains you're looking at, bro. Those ain't glue stains.
Hey, man. You weird, bro. You win, bro.
It ain't a competition, bro. I'm just saying. Like, do you think like, bro? That's like horrible. Like, are you gonna pick up Jordans now, knowing the fact that your quality check is coming with extra glue stains, and extra mayo, the double dip, the shag and ship?
Hey, look, we know this is a copycat society, right? So how many other shoe store employees are gonna go do something stupid like this because they seen old boy do it, man? Like, come on, bro.
Let's look, bro. That's some sort of customization. That's personal customization for your sneaker, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna take this off the screen, man.
Yo. We all know that did you heard a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago actually, that female TikToker or something like that was selling her farts from a jar, and she ended up in hospital. Bro, this could be a new business for some customizers out there. If you like that fetish, bro,
and you know what?
There's an audience for everything.
I did think about for a second, like, what kind of dude is this? Because the average dude ain't got that much in him to be like. So is he doing 1 or 2 pairs a day? Like, is he taking pills? Like, what's going on? Is he drinking milk, extra milk? Like, what's going on, man?
I legitimately think he went to the sperm bank and ended up in the Footlocker by accident.
You know what? I'm done talking about this. We can't keep talking about it. Bro. Oh my god.
That's a new meaning too. That's a new meaning too. Yeet.
Yo, he yeet. This man full blown yeeting all of the inside of your shoe, bro.
Yeeting and skeeting. Oh god. Bro, like that. All jokes aside, that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. And I literally said that I went through my sneaker news with my girlfriend, and that let me read what I said in my sneaker news, because it's quite fast. It is really fast when I do it. Sometimes you miss the concepts, or some people miss the concepts. But it was holy jizz in my pants, Footlocker. I didn't order extra mayo with my sneakers. That's one way to get fired as an excitable Footlocker employee who calls himself ejaculating into sneakers. That's not extra glue you're sniffing, bro. Like, legitimately. I read that to her, and she was like, "That's horrible. That's putting visuals into my mind that I don't want."
Yes. No, but there is an actual visual to it. There is an actual visual.
Let's be honest as well. You know, when you get, I'm really hesitant when I get mayo from like a fast food restaurant, right? Because that open mayo, I don't touch. I got mayo. If I need mayonnaise, I got mayonnaise at home. And when that mayonnaise is extra runny, you ain't touching that shit, bro. You ain't touching that shit. Because you don't know who's double dipping or whipping or slipping. You know what? Ignore that. Allow that. Dump that in the bin. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Do not even go near it. That is some radioactive jizz.
Bruh. Bruh. Like, no, man. Let's, bruh.
Sorry. Okay, cool. Let's get off this subject because we're being giggles for the whole rest of the show.
Horrible story, man.
That's a horrible story. Like, if you work in Footlocker and if you work in any of these foot sites, please respect the sneakers and do not jizz in them, do not spit in them, and do not put any bodily fluids in that sneaker. So please just put them in the box, leave them alone, and sell them to the customers.
You get your commission, man. Just be good with your commission, man. Yeah.
And if you're good, they might give you a tip. Don't give that sneaker your tip.
Bruh, stop, man, stop.
I can't. It's too funny, bro. on the serious side, let's just hope, right? Let's just hope that he gets what's coming to him, right? Not literally. Yeah. let's just hope he gets
the puns never stop. The puns never stop.
And this is why the sneaker news is always the sneaker news, bro.
He giving customers what's coming to him. That's what that is.
Thank you for coming.
Please come again.
Holy shit.
Oh my God,
we're having too much fun, bro. We're having too much fun on this subject. Oh my God.
What's the next topic, man? What's the next topic, bro? Please,
so let's talk about some let's talk about some fake news. So quickly touching on the whole Kanye mania this week. What's your opinion on that?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it's a hype train, bro.
Yeah.
And we're boarding the hype train to where? Like, we haven't seen a sample. Like that, I don't believe that Kanye that Yeezy, Nike Yeezy Jordan 6 bottom, like that's clickbait for me. Like, I'm not believing that. Yeah, okay, maybe the sample is this. Maybe somebody
I think that sample's a custom. I think that sample's a custom rather than an actual sneaker that they've actually put together. From looking at it, I think shout out to Scott. To be honest, we need to get Scott on the show one day. But shout out to Scott. She actually sold that to me on when I picked up my Marina ones. And he flinged that picture into our group as well. So he was on that. He was on that because I think he's on that way before anybody else has shown it. And he basically said, "Oh, look at this! This is the Yeezy with the Jordan 6 sole to it." And I think the guy's page that actually he grabbed it from he's actually got samples and custom, so that could be a custom sneaker.
Yeah.
But so, if you haven't looked at it, I'm gonna quickly pull up the sample, the Yeezy Jordan 6 sample. But it's all black. It looks like a
Batman
sneaker.
Yeah, like a prop shoe for a Batman shoe or something like that. Because we know that in the past, the actors that played Batman, I can't remember exactly which Batman movie it was. So it was the 80s Batman. It was 80, 87, 88, something like 89 maybe. But that Tim Burton, Michael Keaton Batman that featured Jack Nicklaus and Kim Basinger back in the day, he wore modified Jordan 6 sneakers with the Batman uniform in certain scenes where comfort was more important than the full look. And I have actually, that's one of my favorite movies. I used to watch that movie so much when I was a kid. And I never paid much attention to his footwear outside of the scenes where they actually wanted you to see the bat boot. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in some of them action scenes, it was probably the stunt man that was wearing it. In some of those action scenes, the next time I see that movie, I'm gonna actually try to slow it down or maybe pause it in certain situations to see if I could actually see that Jordan 6 Batman shoe.
They
Nike,
should release that. They should release that. That's a very good memorabilia shoe, to be honest.
I was just about to say they should do that. They should, but I don't want it. If they do that, I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't just want an all black Jordan 6. You know, a black cat Jordan 6.
Yeah. That is good. A black cat.
I would want some yellow in there, something that let us know this is paying homage to the stunt guys or the actors in that Batman movie using the Jordan 6 for Batman. Like that's kind of epic. When you think about it, when you really wrap your mind around the fact that Batman wore Jordan 6. Like, I think some of the artists, some of the artists for the Batman, the current Batman stuff should probably just put him in a 6 one time. Like we love Jordan 6s. That was Jordan's first championship shoe.
Do you like the pony 6s, or do you prefer the black cats?
I would probably. You mean the social status?
Yeah. The one that really set hard, but I kind of still digged it.
It's okay. I'm not mad at it. Obviously, I am a fan of social status. Being that we have a social status store here in Atlanta, I do like the stuff that they do, but I like that shoe, but it's not for me. I can say that. I would prefer just an all blacked out nubuck. Or leather versus the pony hair. I do got a couple pairs in my collection that got pony hair on them, but it's not the full. I got the undefeated dunks got pony hair on the swoosh, and I got the Vapor Max Evo collector's closet. They got a little pony hair on them. But I'm not putting too much into what's going on with Khaled and Kanye. Because it's a conversation. They're trying to start a conversation. And in my opinion, if you put Kanye in front of Michael Jordan,
that's the sneaker we're talking about. Yeah. It's if you're watching the YouTube, you'll be able to see the representation. But if you're not, go to Nice Kicks, and he's got a picture of the sample sneaker. So it's got a Jordan 6 sole and a Yeezy. Was it a Yeezy 1 upper or a Yeezy 2? Can't remember I don't know the difference between the two.
I think that's
it's got it's got a Nike Yeezy 1 on the upper.
Yeezy 1,
yeah. So and that's the sample, and you can see there's loads of degradation to the actual strap around that Yeezy 1, and that there you can see that it's quite an old sample, so it's been there for years. And you can see like it is definitely a sample zoom here. It's got zoom here tech on it from things, but yeah, just in general, like it's like it's interesting. I purely like I mentioned it a couple of times. I'm not going to keep mentioning it again, but I'm always in the thought process that Kanye is trying to do something with as a collaboration with Adidas and Nike, because I think he's crazy enough to do it. And if he ever did it, he should do it with the 350s and the Yeezy 1 and not the Yeezy 2. And put into a like box or a pack, and that would be like the ultimate collaboration pack, and it will destroy every other collaboration that ever existed before then, because it is a cross-brand collaboration, which is massive in terms of histrionics of the situation between Adidas and Nike. But also on top, and to be honest, that the reason why I say it's going to be the best pack ever is just because of the situation of the disagreements between Adidas and Nike. But others will disagree, because there are beautiful, amazing packs out there in terms of what Jordan produced. But this whole situation with DJ Khaled and Kanye and what Kanye is doing, I think that's all to do with the music base. I think that's all to do with promoting the music. You can, like when you're a music fan like we are, bro, you know there's either two situations that's happening when your album's coming out. You're going to beef with somebody to amp up the hype that your music is coming out, and we see it countless years, or you're going to do a collaboration. So let's take the Kendrick Lamar situation, I'm a big fan of Kendrick. When his albums were coming out, he was going to beef with Drake, and he was going to beef with Big Sean. And then if they do a J. Cole Kendrick collaboration, which I hope one day they do, that is only going to be based on them collabing together, and everybody's going to be hyped for that. So there's always going to be a situation when the album's coming out, when you're working with somebody and you want to hype up the album and you want to hype up your music, you are going to do some funky things like, i.e. DJ Khaled and Kanye West, what they're doing at the moment, or you're going to start beefing with somebody or a fake beef or a real beef that you actually have like verbals on records that are subliminal hits, and then all of a sudden you are going to go in with a beef with them. So, and it kind of amps up the hype. Otherwise, in the low periods, you don't hear anything from Kendrick and Drake at the moment. You don't hear anything from Big Sean and Drake. You don't hear any sneak dissing. You don't hear any shots and all of that stuff. But when their albums are due, that's when all that chaos comes out again. And that's all based on promoting your album and bringing hype to the album, and it's a strategic plan, and everything's based on strategy. Don't get it wrong, everything's always based on strategy. So this whole situation with Drake and the whole situation with DJ Khaled and Kanye, it's all to do with their music.
And let's be honest right here. Kanye is crazy. Some people call him a genius. Some people say he's thrown off. Either way, it's crazy. Genius is crazy. Let's not be mistaken about that.
There's a fine line between genius and crazy. There's always a fine line between genius and crazy.
And also, Michael Jordan is crazy, egomaniacal crazy. Like, we know Jordan loves himself more than he loves anyone else. All right. Then you throw into the mix Marcus. We ain't got to talk about Marcus. We all got a bad taste in our mouth from the last thing Marcus was attached to, right? You put crazy
backdoor.
You put crazy and crazy in front of each other. If Kanye and Michael Jordan managed to have a conversation without one of them walking away from the table, and they actually come up with a viable concept that they both can agree on, business-wise and aesthetically, as far as a product to release as a collaboration, we'll never see it, because Marcus is going to be in the background like this.
No, I think DJ Khaled and Kanye kind of played Marcus in this situation, because Marcus Jordan got involved somehow in some way about amping that whole situation up, and I think he got caught in the limelight slightly, because he was like, yay Kanye, yay DJ Khaled, and he kind of got caught out. I think he's gone quiet a bit now, but I think he personally got caught out.
To your point about strategy, I think Marcus sees this as a way for him to brush some of that dirt off of his name from the trophy room situation, being attached with something like this. But for me, because he's now attached and he accepted the attachment to this hype train, if we get nothing from it, I believe that pushes a little bit more dirt on his name. Because, like I said before, Kanye and Jordan, Nike and Adidas, that's a hard mesh. I mean, yeah, they both from Chicago, but they're both the man. They both know that they're the man. I don't think either one of them is willing to concede anything. So if it's not a perfect marriage, if that conversation happens between Michael Jordan and Kanye West, can you imagine you could probably cut the tension in that room. Like, Kanye is not going to humble himself to Michael Jordan, I don't think. And ain't no way in the hell Mike is about to humble himself to Kanye
There's
West.
only real one loser at this situation. If they don't come to the table themselves and are happy with the situation, and that's Adidas, bro. Any way you look at it, if Kanye does a collaboration and Adidas don't want it, he could leave. if Kanye, if Nike turn around and say we want to do this, let's do this, and if Adidas don't want it, then I can see Kanye leaving. Let's be truth to the core. Kanye is a lover of Nike and Jordan. He always is. He always will be.
He just wore court purples again.
Yeah.
Court purple Jordan 1s. So
and not a lot of people seen that picture either. And I was able to kind of find it. I have to put a little caveat. That picture, I think it's real. It could be fake. I noticed that Kanye had that and deleted it. So in reality, if he's done that and he's put cool purples on and purposely showed the foam runners to one side, that's subliminal. That's a subliminal saying, "Y'all moving."
Yeah. I mean, anyway. It's Kanye. It's Jordan. It's hype. It's instant hype. If it happens, it happens. We'll see. If not, I think it doesn't hurt Jordan. It doesn't hurt Kanye. It doesn't hurt Khaled. But I think it may affect Marcus a bit. Maybe.
Yeah. But as I said, there's only one loser to this situation. And if Adidas don't play their cards right, they could go massively backwards. Losing the Yeezy brand, technically, and not having Kanye, technically, could be detrimental for the thing. Because all they're left with is Jerry and Pharrell. And Jerry still's got to push some stuff out. Pharrell's still doing his thing. I have so much respect for Pharrell. I can't say he fell off because some of his silhouettes and some of his NMDs are really good.
If you think about it from a hype perspective, you can say fell off, but in general, no, he hasn't fell off. His stuff just isn't as hyped as it was before, for whatever reason. I was never, I can't say I wasn't a fan, but I'm just not an Adidas guy. So,
but I think that's the same situation with how NMDs had 2 years expiration date. It came out and it went, and that 2 years expiration date surpassed Pharrell because Pharrell was part of that 2 years expiration date. But I still think his designs are good. I like the Holly pack for the NMDs. I like the original NMDs as well. I think to be honest, I do like NMDs. I do. If I have a chance to rock an NMD, I will because I think it's comfortable. But most of the time, like you should see most of my collections or Jordans. But I do have Yeezys and I have NMDs. But I think the reason why Kanye has done so well with Adidas is because, for one, he comes up with new silhouettes, and I don't think Pharrell he has come up with a couple of silhouettes outside the NMD range or the Ultra Boost range. But they've not been pushed as much. But the thing is, it's like this is a very, very, very crude term, where we're shit to fly. We're flies to shit, bro. And if you think about it, Kanye is the ultimate dump, and we just literally just go woo, because it's everything. He's crazy. He's egotistical. He's the way he is. Some people are just drawn to that, and they want that, and they want that news, and he's always relevant, like in terms of what he does, and that's where the whole situation comes from. When he's surpassed that Ultra Boost and Boost stage, and he's still relevant with his Yeezy brands because he's Kanye, and Pharrell's very, for me, Pharrell's really reserved. He's reserved. He does his thing. He plugs away. His music's great. His NMD range is great. He just plugs away, and he just keeps doing what he's doing in the background. Kanye ain't like that. He's an introvert to an extrovert kind of experience there, bro.
Right. There's no controversy really tied to Pharrell. He's not in the public eye. He's not saying off the wall things. He's not as visible, even though it's Pharrell. Like, come on, he's a legendary figure in the music culture, just like Kanye. And also in the fashion world, he's had ice cream. He's done stuff with Bape and
bro. We all was on that nerd wave when it came up, bro. We was on that, bro. That nerd wave was like, bro. It was like that was the wave, bro.
Yeah,
that was predate Kanye.
Well, with Pharrell, it seems to be a lot more organic than it is with Kanye. Makes an event out of everything, even with the release of the basketball sneaker, the tanks, and all that stuff. Kanye makes an event of everything.
Then this is why I'm not saying Kanye is a big dump of shit. I'm just saying Kanye is a big dump of chaos, which we are attracted to, and that's why I use the metaphor where flies to shit, because we love the chaos. We love talk. We're still talking about Kanye in 2022 when the Ultra Boost fell off in 2017, 18.
Hey man, it's the Kanye effect, man. Anytime he does anything, whether it's good or bad, people are gonna talk about it. It's gonna make news. It's easy. It's easy clickbait. All you got to do is post Kanye this or that, and it's gonna get attention. You know, anything he does is getting attention. So the fact that he posted a jump man, and then we see the crazy him actually mimicking the jump. I don't even know if that's real. Like him doing the jump man with them stupid space boots on. Like that's ridiculous. Them boots are stupid.
But oh no. Did you see Fat Joe wearing that fit?
Them boots are stupid, bro. Stupid. I lost a little bit of respect for Fat Joe when I saw that picture. I'm sorry. I love Fat Joe. I appreciate what he is in the hip hop culture, but man, take them damn boots off. Take them off.
But it's fashionable at the moment. So, and you know what? I'm gonna. And there are certain people that I think pull it off quite well. I've seen a few sneakerheads, female sneakerheads. Hustlina had a really good picture with them on, but I think they're cute for certain people. If I think for a female sneakerhead, if you rock that and you rock it in the cold with some bit, I think it goes well.
With a grown man,
it's a bit different.
Just because you use the word cute. No. No. Look, man, let's talk about sneaker terms.
Sneaker terms. Before we go on to that quickly, right? Just this is like a 2-minute discussion. So those this weekend the Jordan 1 bubblegums or atmospheres came out, right? What's your feeling on that sneaker? How do you feel about that release? What do you think about the history behind that sneaker? And why is it called the atmospheres and not the bubblegum?
I listen. Why is the Oreo 5 the Moonlight? We got to get used to at this point. I feel like we got to get used to whoever is in control of marketing over at Jordan Brand. They just gonna come up with whatever they can put together. Like it seemed like somebody put that idea together in 3 hours. It was like, ooh, he chewed bubblegum. He kissed the court. Like what the fuck does any of that have to do with a pink and blue shoe? I don't understand.
Like let's take two. Like I'm not dissing the sneaker. I think it's a very good, good release. It's a dope shoe. I just don't. I don't like when people grasp onto little things just to make a story, just to make it relevant. Like I'll give you two comparisons. I give you two iconic comparisons. Right. The Jordan 12 flu games. We know it to be the Jordan 12 food poisoning, but it's iconic called the flu games. So we know what happened. He was wrecked, still came out, still destroyed it on court, out of breath. History like a historic moment in time, and in the event of that space, right? We know exactly why that shoe is relevant. We know exactly why that shoe means so much, right? That shoe has so much history behind it. Then in 2022, we're flipping a sneaker with a bubblegum stain at the bottom, with like pinky like toe and back panels, and calling it the atmosphere, and it's based on him chewing his addiction to chewing bubblegum on court. Like, where has the why have we seen this massive? I know we're running out of stories. I know Jordan Brand's running out of stories. I know Jordan Brand's running out of ideas. I know they're doing all this stuff to make the shoes relevant. But sometimes you just need to release the sneaker and just say, "Here you go, guys. You might like this." Not like, yo, hey, yo.
A nice colorway is a nice colorway.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need a story all the time.
There's no story there's no story with the Marina ones. Beautiful colorway, good shoe. There's no story behind the Pollens. Except for the fact that they're similar to the Yellow Toes, which we're getting this year, and the Yellow Toes is like a sample pair for a music group. But we there's nothing about the Pollens. There's no story about the Pollens. There's no story about any of some of the sneakers that come out, but they're all great sneakers and we all pick them up. There's no real story about the Fusion ones, is there? For my memory, but still great sneaker. Right. Yeah. Even if they released this bubblegum, and these bubblegum Jordan ones was a female or women's release, wasn't it, more or less, from what I remember?
Yeah, women's release, yeah.
Bro, just release it. And like female sneakers love that. That was a great sneaker for the females. And like anybody else that wanted to pick it up in the extended sizes, but to kind of like just say, yeah, he chewed bubblegum and we put bubblegum at the bottom. You could still put that bubblegum at the bottom and if you wanted to, but it makes no sense to me. How is the story so, like, I could make up a story this minute in time. Jordan loves basketballs, right? He loves the texture of basketballs because he plays with basketballs. I'm gonna design the upper of the sneaker, the toe box, to be the indentation of a basketball in flight. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we can make up a story. Let's just design that. That took me 2 seconds, bro.
Yeah, it's just a reach.
Bro, or even Jordan broke his finger in this game, and we're gonna design the Nike tick to have a broken Nike tick. I designed that in 2 seconds, bro.
Hey man, we're gonna continue to see bad ideas at this point, because like you said, they are running out of material, so they're coming up with whatever they can come up with. I mean, and just the fact that if it's about bubblegum, call it bubblegum. What does atmosphere have to do with it? It don't correlate. Like, I don't understand.
Maybe it's the fact that when he chews bubblegum, it gives him the atmosphere mode to get into like that aggressive, dynamic black cat, you know, that he is. So
but the shoe ain't black. So it's pink and blue. Yo,
I don't understand the storyline though. That's one thing I just wanted to touch on. But
it's weird.
Let's go into what was it, Grails or just terms and definitions? Sneaker terms. 10 sneaker terms.
So I wanted to do this for those that may be listening and watching that do not understand the certain terms in sneaker culture. And I had began at the beginning of my journey. I had began to understand some of these terms organically, but some of them you really need education on. So quickly, colorways, self-explanatory. You know, colorways, like we were just discussing, the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a colorway. It's going to be called bubblegum. And it's going to be called atmosphere, but it's the same colorway, right?
Is it the same as color blocking? If you put it right, like the color blocking basically is the aesthetics of the sneaker, the color that comes with the sneaker. Like you might have the breads, which will be black and red. You might have the like military blues, which will be just that military blue colorway. The marina ones, then you can get the color blocking versions, which is like the reverse breads, the black toes, all of that comes under colorways. It's just the color of the pattern on the sneaker that defines the generic look. So that generic look is now being rubber stamped as a pattern. So you've got the black toe pattern, you've got the Chicago pattern, you've got the bread pattern. Those are all different types of colorways that release.
Yeah. Now colorways and color blocking can be broken down into different categories, but when you hear the term color blocking, you're referring to the way that a colorway is put together. Like that Chicago color blocking is not necessarily red and white, but it's the Marina blue has Chicago color blocking, but it's not red and white, it's black and blue. But colorways typically come with a name or a nickname or both. So number 9, beaters.
Beaters, skeeter beaters.
So a beater, this is a beater. The way that I got this P51 in the mail, this was a beater. Somebody wore this shoe every day. You go to the store in it, you go take out the trash in it, you cut the grass in it, you go to work in it. That's a beater.
So a beater necessarily isn't a sneaker that's actually like gone to the world. It could be a sneaker that you wear on a regular. Like it doesn't have to be like dirty, dusty. You know, you wear it to cut your grass in. You wear it to kind of go shopping in and stuff like that. It could just be a sneaker that you wear on a regular, and you're like, I'm going to create this into my beater because it's so comfortable. I'm going to just keep wearing it. I love it so much. So all of a sudden, it's no longer a sneaker that's dead, almost dead, that you want to keep beating the shit out of. It could be a sneaker that you actually love a lot and you want to wear a lot. You still preserve it, but it becomes your beater because it's your go-to sneaker. So that's what I classify as a beater, to be honest.
So for me, a beater is a shoe that you don't care about anymore. A beater, like I wouldn't wear a beater to a party. I wouldn't wear a beater with one. I'm not buying new clothes to go with my beaters. You know what I'm saying? Like a beater to me, like I'm gonna keep the shoe because I liked it and it is comfortable for me to wear. But like right now, my beaters are a pair of Jordan 9 Low snake skins. I don't hate the shoe. Like it's not totally destroyed, but if I just need a shoe to throw on real quick to take the trash out or go check the mail, or I just need to run to the gas station.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm doing it wrong because I'm actually, well, maybe I'm doing it right and wrong at the same time because I'm turning the winterized Jordan 4s into my beaters, but the cause that I've already got another pair in the background waiting. So I know, even though it's a brand new sneaker, I know I can just rock it, put it on, go out to the shop, boom, 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 and then I'm good to go. But I will still look after it, but it's my go-to sneaker. So this is why I said it's more of a go-to sneaker. Even though it's like still 9 out of 10, I'm going to make it into my beater eventually because it's just going to be a sneaker I'm just going to put on, go out, put on, go out. It's like boom, boom, boom.
I wouldn't classify that as a beater, to be honest with you. Like saying a 9 out of 10, to me, a beater is 5 out of 10 and under. You know, once it gets a certain amount of wear and tear on it, then it becomes a beater. If you get a big scuff across the front of your patent leather on your Concord 11s, it's kind of beater status now because you're not gonna wear that to go be your freshest. You know what I'm saying?
I wish I still had my Jordan 12 winterized 12s, because those were 9 out of 10 and they became 3 out of 10, bro. Because I wore them every day to work because I needed an all black sneaker, and that was like a winterized sneaker. It was worn in the cold into the summer. But bro, that got really hot to one point. But I'm gonna describe this to you. Imagine you holding a Jordan 12 up, right? Imagine the front of the toe box is wavy, right?
Yeah.
Imagine the back panel where you put your foot in. That whole tab down the back of that panel was ripped. Like I'm talking, the sneaker was coming apart at the back, and the foam is showing.
That's a beater.
And imagine literally if you haven't seen the winterized 12s, that holds on to dust quite heavily. Like you have to constantly clean it. It's static prone. The more you wear it, the more it becomes for some reason statically charged, and then it just attracts dust. Maybe it's the way maybe it's the fact that I was walking really fast in them. Maybe it's the fact that I need to get a dynamo and then kind of keep charging my energy, because like I can get some electricity back from that, bro. But yeah, that became my beater. That because I needed an all black sneaker. I needed one sneaker I could take to work, because obviously I wouldn't want to wear something really fancy to work, because first of all I would just get asked questions about, and secondly it'll be like, these are going to get damaged, so I'd rather just wear them. Even though I work in the office, it's still like I just want to keep it subdued. I'm just going to keep it all black. I want that all black sneaker. Like this is why the Winterize 4s to me is more of a neutral color. It's like that navy blue, black, and you can just wear it anywhere and you just rock it, and it's nice. And this is why I think they'll eventually become my beater sneaker.
Yeah, that's a beater. That 12 is a beater. Next,
bro, he's crucified now, bro.
Now we got retro, which is kind of self-explanatory. Like if you buy Jordans, more than likely you're buying retros of signature silhouettes. Even a lot of the team Jordans are now falling into that retro category. It's a shoe that came out before, whether it be a silhouette or a colorway that came out before, that is re-releasing. It's a retro. So that's
what's the difference? What's the difference between a retro and an OG? So I know, but I want you to talk to the audience about it.
So OG at this point refers to colorways. Now we're going back to colorways. When we talk about OG colorways, it's the original color, the original release of this color. Let's say the Jordan 5 black metallic.
Yep.
That's a OG colorway. OG meaning original. And I believe OG is further down into the list, so we kind of foreshadowing. But OG means original. So when we say original, when we're talking about sneakers, we could be talking about a silhouette. We could be talking about a colorway. And most of the time, every time, it's that first one. It's the original cement. It's the cement 4. It's the white cement 4. It's the fire red 3. It's the black cement 3. It's the Jordan 1 Chicago.
And a retro is a take off the original sneaker with possibly a different color blocking. So you might have like the denim 3s is a retro, but it still has hints of the OG in it. So basically, it's still a retro of the retro 3 or the OG retro 3 that came out in the past.
Right.
So that's the difference we're talking about. That's what we actually kind of alluding to.
Now it does get a little confusing when we talk about Jordan 1s, because Jordan 1 retros come with the OG tag, which I feel like is a bit of a problem for someone that doesn't know better. They might call this this colorway, say the pollen, an OG, but we've never seen the pollen colorway.
Yeah.
So the colorway is not OG. Actually, the silhouette is not OG. The high 85 Jordan 1 is the OG silhouette.
Yeah.
It's slightly different from the Jordan 1 retro OG in whatever colorway. Even if it's an OG colorway, it's still, the silhouette is a little bit different. If they release a Jordan 1 high 85 Chicago colorway, that would be an OG. That's a triple OG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Triple slam dunk. All right, cool. So talk to us about the controversy with the cool gray 11s. Like, why is that not an OG? And why is that just a retro for some people? And why is that an OG for some people and not a retro?
Well, I think
explain that situation.
I think it's an OG. I put it in the OG category because when we talk about 11s, we're talking about Concord, we're talking about the black and red or playoff or bread, and we're talking about the UNC or Columbia colorways.
Yeah.
The Cool Gray 11 was not seen until 2001, well after we saw the original 11s. And because the first time we saw it, Michael Jordan actually had it on in a game for the Washington Wizards.
I
put it in the OG category because he wore it before we got to buy it.
Yeah.
So I consider that an original colorway of the Air Jordan 11 because he wore it. Most people don't even count shoes that he don't wear, that he didn't wear in the game.
Yeah. So to purists, some purists will take it to a different level where they say, well, it didn't come out in the year of the 11s, so it's not an OG. And that's where the fine line between people that see Michael Jordan wearing a sneaker to be an OG to, if it didn't release in the same day as the original pairs, it's not an OG because it's a retro of that original pair that released. It was 95, 96 we're talking about.
Right. Now that's an asterisk. There is definitely a big asterisk on the Cool Gray 11s. Whether you call it an OG or not is up to you. I consider it an OG for the reasons I stated, but I can't be mad at somebody that doesn't call it an OG.
So what do you think about the Space Jams?
I would also consider the Space Jam an OG for similar reasons. If the athlete, and we're talking about Jordan, if the athlete wears it first, I have to put it in the OG category. That's just how I think. If we saw Michael Jordan wear the Crimson 4s, but he wasn't playing in them, he was on the sideline,
bro,
being
that's
an owner.
OG. That's an OG from 2022, bro, or 2021. Okay. That's an OG 2021 OG, bro. He wore them.
Okay. Next topic.
in retirement, bro.
The retirement fours.
They're as good as the Breads, bro, because he wore them in retirement.
The retirement fours.
He wore them to a kids game.
The sideline fours.
Retire those Crimson 4s. That's the one.
Okay, so PP, and this is a eBay term. So I kind of wish we would have went over this with Cam, but pretty much we're talking about eBay, PayPal invoices. When you see PP, INV, that's if you don't buy on eBay or pre-owned or whatever online, you probably wouldn't have to worry about this. But PP/INV, we're talking about PayPal invoice.
Yeah.
Next, of course, Yeezy.
Hold on. Why is Yeezy a term in this termination definition? Why is Yeezy just got particular like Yeezy?
Yeezy is his own category, okay? Yeezy is his own category.
One day we are going to get that documentary on Kanye and his life and his tribulations and his uprise from just a music producer to what he is now at the moment, a mogul, an absolute mogul. You know what? I've never seen somebody rise that fast from the first time I ever knew Kanye. Let's just have a look at Kanye because we're on this Yeezy subject. Obviously Yeezy means it's basically Kanye's name into one Yeezy brand. So that's what the definition means. And obviously Yeezy is a brand within Adidas that actually sells you 350s, 400, 450s, 700s, all the Yeezy brand and all the Yeezy sneakers with both space boots and stuff. But let's give credit where credit's due. Kanye West is an absolute genius and will go down in history as a legend to what he's done. My first experience.
Unfortunately for him, a lot of his antics were caught on tape.
Yeah. Unlike other people's, unlike other people's. But let's break down my first earliest contact with Kanye was when he was involved in that accident that actually meant he did a song called Through the Wire, and that song was amazing, bro. He rapped through his clasped closed jaws to produce Through the Wire. Then he was given his Rockefeller chain, and I remember seeing that. And he joined Rockefeller. He joined Jay-Z. He became the official producer. And from those humble beginnings, we saw Kanye rise to what we could classify the top of what he does, as in music production, as in like a designer or a clothes. He literally has and is doing what he wanted to do from the very start. He is a mogul, and the only person I've ever seen do it as well as he has is P. Diddy with Bad Boy.
Yeah, well, you got Birdman and you got Master P also.
Yeah,
but as far as crossing over, Kanye, outside of Pharrell, who we mentioned earlier, also Kanye has taken. He's the only guy from outside of the sneaker brand world that has been able to do what he's done, to have us going 20, 15, 30, 40 minutes at a time talking about him. When we're talking about sneakers, we have to talk about him. Yeah, and he started out, as you said, as a producer, to being a rapper, to now being a mogul in fashion. Not only sneakers, but in fashion.
Because and this is why I say mogul, because I don't classify it as just music. He's not music, but he's a mogul. He's literally a well-rounded mogul for what he does. And let's keep it real, like we always do. Everybody's tried it. Real, we had Jay-Z doing Rockefeller. We had apple bottom jeans. We had short jeans from P. Diddy.
Fat Farm.
Fat Farm, bro. We beam through the brands. We've been here. Yeah, exactly, bro. We've been through the brands. We know exactly what people are trying. But he's the first person. You cannot say that he's crazy. But this is when I say, if anybody can, Kanye can, because he has. And let's be honest. And the amount of criticism we throw at the guy, the amount of things we say to him, the amount of things we actually slate him for, and the designs he does. But bro, whatever he designs catches on.
Yeah, no matter how ugly it is, the hype carries it to the top of the mountain.
But like you said, he's the only person that's translated from music into fashion, into what he does really well. And this is why I think the only one that's relatable to him, that's done it as well as him, or try to do as well as him, is Puff Daddy and the Bad Boy Enterprise. Even though we've seen Birdman did a lot of shit. Let's just be honest. Master P still rocking it, and you've got to respect it. But Kanye, at this modern day and age, is actually taking it to a whole new level. Like literally, he's the king of his throne, and he could basically call the shots for fashion, for music, for everything. And then this is why you got to respect his grind and hustle. You got to respect it. Even if you don't like it, you got to respect it.
Yeah, I don't have to like something to recognize what's going on with it.
Yeah, exactly.
The next term, GR/limited. Now, there's a bit of a blurred line. This slash in between the word or the letters GR and the word limited has become a little wiggly, because now
you know why it's become wiggly, bro?
Why?
You are fake news.
It's because everybody listens to that fake news on Instagram.
No, it's StockX, bro. I think it's StockX.
Look, bro, it could be. We don't know. We don't provide allegations to anybody, but it's the fake news that you listen to. Like, I'm going to give you an example. Like, before the Pollens came out and before the Pattern Break ones came out, this is what it's really interesting. We didn't get stock numbers, right? We didn't get anything. All we got was these are limited. Look at the hype. We saw resellers have stocks and stocks and stocks. So anybody will be thinking, yo, they got their pairs and it's limited, and these are resellers picking up all their pairs. They must be really limited because everybody's backdooring them. All the pairs are gone. No, that's not the situation.
Pollen's released for a good month and a half.
Yo, these breads are going to be released until mid February, and they came out on the 30th of December. So when you see a reseller pick up loads of pairs of sneakers, we're not talking about trophy ones. Trophy ones was a stupid situation. We're talking about a sneaker that is not hyped and is not GR'd, not hyped and is still about to come out. If you see all the resellers pick up, secret to the game, if you see all the resellers have countless amount of pairs in the background telling you they've got pairs, these are limited. 9 out of 10 situation is not limited, guys.
It's a GR.
It's not limited. It's a GR.
Meaning general release.
Yeah, exactly. General release. It means they're going to be loads of these pairs. But now, if you see resellers not talk about the sneaker, there's a lot of hype, and not a lot of resellers have been picking up these sneakers because they're hard to get. That's limited. So
limited meaning there are not enough pairs for everybody to get them. When we talk limited, we're talking about SB Dunks. We're talking about collabs, whether it be Adidas or Nike or Jordan. We're talking about Bad Bunny forums. We're talking about J Balvin ones. We're talking about Travis Scott, Jordan, and Nike releases. Those are normally limited. We're not talking about exclusive. We're not talking about We the Best Threes or friends and family pairs. Like those are exclusive. We're talking about limited. We're talking about Pattern Air Max ones. We're talking about Union 4s and Union Dunks and Supreme Jordans and Supreme Dunks and all this type of. That's limited. A GR is every store imaginable that sells new Jordan releases will probably have this shoe at some point. I say at some point because of the way the game has been in the past couple of years with the pandemic, with late shipments, with the backdoor epidemic. Most of these stores will get pairs of GRs, but because of the resale culture, GRs are kind of leaning toward looking limited. They aren't actually limited. They look limited because the resellers are picking up so many pairs early.
Yeah. So if you see your local reseller have 100 of these pairs in the background telling you they're limited, they're not limited, guys. You just be careful that you don't get caught out, because if a reseller is telling you, I've got a pair for you, and there's hundreds of pairs in the background, the likelihood is that he wants to get rid of them quite quickly because he knows that there's loads of stock on them. Well, if you have a reseller only have 2, 3, or 4 of these pairs and tell you, this is thing, and he's not promoting it because he knows the resale is going to go up and up and up, because at the moment the resale is reflecting what he can sell it. Unless he's going to sell it for pre-sale, he's not, and he's going to put the pre-sale up there. His more likelihood is going to wait and get all the pairs and wait until after release date when he's going to spike up the price because he knows it's a very limited pair. So don't get caught out, guys. This is a bit of advice. This is sneaker knowledge and news for you guys, because you need to know when to act and when not to act. So if you see a sneaker that is super, super limited and resellers aren't picking them up, it's more than likely it's going to be limited. But if you see a reseller trying to sell you a sneaker pre-sale and there's loads of repairs in the background, more than likely there is a mass stock. So don't get caught out. Shall we talk about Grails and go into Grails, and we can cover the other topics next week?
Well, let us skip quickly. We can run through bread. We already discussed bread. Bread typically means black and red.
Black and red, and
it's referring to Jordan sneakers. So a lot of black and red Jordan sneakers will be called bread. Not all of them. Typically, the OGs, bread 4s, bread ones, was bread 12s or flu games. Sometimes they're called bread. DS means dead stock, meaning brand new, unworn.
Never worn. Yep.
Simple. If somebody tells you it's DS and you see dirt on the bottom, it's not DS. That's
it's more likely. It's more likely. Yeah.
VNDS means very near
dead stock. Yeah.
If you buy used, you want to buy VNDS when possible.
Exactly.
And the number one term, which we may spend a little bit of time on.
not this episode. Maybe not this episode.
Unauthorized and replica fake. Unauthorized replica fake. Okay.
We will cover it. We will definitely cover this in the topic in terms of when, where, how these replicas are made, when you should be wary, when you might not want to go into the market, where to spot these replicas and fakes, and especially if Lin Lin from China messages you on your Instagram and says, "I got a pair for you." Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't buy fake shoes unless you know they're fake. And
your instant response should be, and then you should be saying, and then,
bruh. So moving on to Grails, which this is a bit of a deep dive topic, because Grails over time have been classified. Certain sneakers have been classified as Grails, and I don't think it's fair to the individual to say this is or isn't a Grail. So for you, TJ, what would you consider a Grail for you?
Oh, a Grail to me is a sneaker. A Grail, it depends on the person. I'm going to be honest. A Grail depends on a person. Somebody's Grail could be a Yeezy. Somebody's Grail could be a Travis Scott hide, Mocha's Travis Scott hide, or the Travis Scott fragments. A Grail could be a sneaker that they really desire and really want, but at the moment in time they can't. They're hunting for that Grail, which is they're productively working themselves to get that Grail. So for me personally, a Grail is a sneaker that I haven't got, that I really want, and it has a lot of meaning to. So it has to be either like a Chicago or you know what I'm saying? So like that to me is a Grail because it has meaning. But a Grail doesn't mean, to me, a Grail isn't it doesn't need to be it doesn't need to be related to history. It doesn't need to be related to anything except for the fact that you want it, you need it, and it is one of the sneakers you most desire. It like Grails are different to everybody.
So let me ask you this: does a Grail constitute price or hype for you?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't.
Well, when you look at the definition, from what I've heard over time and from reading different definitions, because the term Grail comes from Holy Grail, which refers to the biblical quest where they went searching for this thing that was unattainable or people thought didn't exist.
And you said it. You said it right there. It's a quest. It's a quest for something that you really want and you're really looking for. So for me, like I would say my quest, but one of my Grails is the black metallic 5s or the Dornbecker 5. So, but that's not on somebody else's list, because that to me has a lot of meaning, like in terms of that sneaker in itself. Like I regard that as a Grail. Like I would regard the Chicago ones as a Grail, or like the Fire Red 3s that's coming out. That to me is a Grail because of the meaning of the sneaker. And once I get it, it's a Grail ticked off. See what I'm saying?
Your personal meaning, though. They're like, because when people talk Grails, a lot of times they're talking about friends and families or PE releases, or not releases, but PE sneakers that were only given to certain people because of who this person is. this team is going to get this Marquette Jordan 4 because they are players and coaches for Marquette basketball, you know, or you know, this limited the Lightning 4s. Is the Lightning 4 not a Grail anymore because it got a wide release?
No, it's still Grail. It's still Grail to me because even though I've got it up there, you can see it's up there. I'm going to point to it. It's up there. Even though it's up there, it's still a Grail, bro. It's still a must-have. And then like it's a sneaker. Even if you got it, it's still a Grail. It doesn't mean the quest is over, but it's still a Grail because it's still a sneaker you really highly covet, and that's what it is. It's coveted. It's a coveted sneaker that you really, bro. We've just shown these, the friends and family, quite a K54 Jordan 5s, right? This is a Grail for me. The black version of this was a Grail. It's a friends and family. It costs about 1.5K to get in hand, but I made it. I made it from the original K54 sneaker. So to me, this was always going to be a Grail for me because it's a 5 and it's that black, the black K54 is a friends and family pack, and I made my Grail. I made it because I was and even though it's relatively new and it came out last year, and I first saw it last year, it became a sneaker I really wanted because of the aesthetics of it. It reminds me so much of the black metallics. It reminds me so much of the PSG 5s, and it reminds me so much of the Supreme 5s. But it became and the high gloss on this also reminds me of the Dornbecker 5s.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, that's a Grail. Like that was anything in that mold becomes a sneaker that I really want. And to be honest, I can't. The friends and family pack, the new but version, the one I customized became a sneaker I wanted. I wouldn't regard it as a Grail that I really need, but it became a sneaker I really wanted. And I made and I've got now, which now looking at it is absolutely gorgeous. So from that perspective, yeah, okay, cool. It's not a Grail, but so some people that could be a Grail. And then I agree with you. PEs could be automatically regarded as Grails because they're highly exclusive. So exclusivity comes into effect. So sometimes when you talk about Grails, that 100% does.
To me, exclusivity definitely contributes to Grail status. Something like a trophy room, which is lightweight, unattainable unless you have a certain. Now, when we talk about money, when we talk about the cost of something, especially post-release, like you can say, for me, Jordan 5 Black Metallic, the Jordan 13 he got game. Those shoes were both essential to my collection. I have both now. I paid resale for both, but I did not pay $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 for them. That don't mean to me that is not a Grail. The Jordan 5 Black Metallic, which y'all probably gonna hear me talk about every episode of the Shoe Dog podcast. Okay? That shoe, that's my favorite sneaker. It's my favorite shoe ever. Like, can't nobody say anything bad about that shoe to me. That's your opinion, whatever. You can dislike it, you can hate it, you could love it. I feel like no one can love that shoe as much as I do. Not even Michael Jordan or Tinker Hatfield could love that shoe as much as I do. You know what I'm saying? So that's a Grail for me. The Jordan 4 UNC that came out last year, I put it number 2 on my top 10 from 2021. To me, that shoe was an instant Grail. Not because I thought that it was the price or the hype on it was going to go through the roof, is because I love it so much. So from this point forward, say in 7, 8, 9 years, that shoe re-releases, guess who's going to be buying a pair? It's going to be me. Yeah. Because I just love that shoe so much. Like when people talk about Grails, we talk about shattered backboards. We talk about Dornbeckers. We talk about OG Yeezy releases, Yeezy 1 and Yeezy 2 Nikes. We talk about PEs and all this stuff. Great. I understand that from a different perspective, though. I just don't like how somebody can say that can't be a Grail for you. If Cam loves the Flight 89,
yeah,
why can't he love the Flight 89? Why can't he put that on his personal Grail list? People that generalize Grail lists to me are hype beast.
Yeah.
There's the hype beast Grail list, and then there's the general Grail list. There's the individual Grail list. Is the Shattered Backboard 1.0 on my Grail list? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because I love that shoe, not because somebody else said this should be a Grail.
Yeah. So like that, like you get instant classics like Lightning Force come out. That became an instant Grail for a lot of people because of the exclusivity of it and the fact that they couldn't get it and it was quite limited. So that became a Grail. Like He Got Games is a Grail to me because I looked at the movie. I relate to the story. I relate to it. So it became an instant like Grail to me. And bro, that it hands down is a gorgeous sneaker. The He Got Game 13s. So for me, it's based on what you like and what makes. And some of the Grails are exclusive. Some of the Grails aren't exclusive. Not everything needs to be exclusive to become a Grail, and then that's for me is just the way I feel. And nobody can tell you what's in that list. So somebody's Grail could be the Wave Runners. Like I didn't think it was a Grail. It's still not a Grail to me, but it's a sneaker I wanted to pick up because I respect it way more than I did respect it back when it came out in 2016 or 17. So to me, that is not a Grail, but I respect it a lot. But then there's other sneakers that I do love and I do want that are exclusive. So I can take two samples. The Black Metallic 5, one of my favorite pairs. Need it again. Right, once I get it again, it's still a Grail to me. That's not hyped, bro. That's just a very iconic historical sneaker. I could probably pick that up quite easily, but I'm waiting for that re-release because I want that brand spanking new pair in my hand. Right.
Yes.
Then you look at the Dornbecker 5, which is going for like add another 0 to the end of that.
Just add
another 0 to the end of that, and to the end of that Black Metallic 5. That's the price you have to pay for that Dornbecker 5, right?
Yeah.
That's really exclusive, and that's another Grail to me. So there's two spectrums to that Grail. A Grail that's exclusive and a Grail that's not exclusive, but both have the same meaning. So for me, the price of a sneaker doesn't dictate how the Grail or the Grail worthy of a sneaker, because that's that Black Metallic, that Black Metallic 5 and that Dornbecker 5 to me have the same Grail status because those are beautiful sneakers. But now some people say you only allowed one Grail, bro.
Shit. I don't know who that is, but I got at least. And see, a lot of my Grails, bro, people would look at me like, what? That's a Grail for you? Because I got the Nike Air Veer on my Grail list. I got Diamond Turf on my Grail list. The Griffey 1, the Griffey Max 1 Freshwater was on my Grail list. I got it, and I still love it just as much. Every time I pull it out the box, I love it just as much as I did before I had it. So that's a Grail for me. The Air Max 95 Neon. I remember that shoe as a kid, the first time I saw it and the feeling I had, and I still get that same feeling every time I look at my pair that I own. You know, so the fives, the He Got Game 13s, like Chicago ones, Shattered Backboard ones. I don't. People can have as many Grails as they want. It's for me, Grails are personal to the extreme. Like, if somebody says the Reebok Classic leather all white is a Grail for me, I can't argue that. I can't argue it. If I feel like that person is being genuine with me, a shoe that they can go buy 20 times over in one day and spend $70 each if that's your grail, if that's the only shoe you want to wear because you love it so much, I can't tell you you're wrong.
Yeah.
That's the same difference for me as hype. A hype beast saying that's not a good shoe because the price didn't skyrocket. Like, no.
Yeah.
That don't mean the same thing.
And it's really unfortunate when you hear like some people say, oh, the black what do you call it? No, the Lightning 4s are no longer a grail to them because it's a mass release. It's like,
You didn't love that shoe.
Yeah.
You love the hype.
Yeah.
You don't love that shoe. Some people out there have 3 pairs of the 2021 Lightning 4s because it's a grail to them. They had the original pair and they bought 3 new ones because they love that shoe so much, and they're going to wear every single pair of that shoe because it's a grail for them, and you got to respect it or not. Yep. If you don't respect it, oh well, that's one less friend in the sneaker community for you. I can't tell somebody. I would try my best, and I know we trash a lot of shoes. Like there's stuff that come out that we don't like, and we call it trash, or we say it's ugly. But for those people that like those shoes, hopefully our opinion doesn't sway them from liking what they like, and hopefully that doesn't deter them from wanting to have conversation about why they love something or why something means that much to them. Not that it may be a grail. You can love something and it not be a grail. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I love the P51 5s, but it's not on my grail list. I love a lot of Jordan 1s, but they aren't on my grail list. So I think the grail conversation is just so subjective, and it leaves a bad taste in my mouth in particular, and probably in the mouths of other sneakerheads, because hype drives opinion for some people. I try my best not to let hype drive my opinion. If I like something, I like it. If it's hyped or not, that's not going to sway my opinion. I love the Jordan 1 on my years. I got in my collection. It was my number 1 shoe from last year. I'm not going to let anybody's opinion change my opinion. I love that shoe. I don't care what 100%. Anybody else thinks about it.
That's 100%. And the grail list is all. It's more of a personal thing. It's definitely more of a personal thing to you as a sneakerhead, because that's always going to be your list. That's always going to be something that you want and desire for. And let's not get it twisted. Some people really want like hype sneakers to be on their grail list constantly. That's dumb, because basically that's what they want. That's what they want and need to stay like. And young sneakerheads are probably more like this a bit more, because they want to be relevant. And we've all been there. We've all been to the point where when we were young, we were like, yo, I wanted this, I want this, I want this, I want to keep up with the times. But when you start to get older, you're like, I always want an OG. I just want a retro. I just want this. And like Cam says, go and pick up the sneakers you really want. Go get in your time machine, go back and pick up the sneakers you want, because at the end of the day, what you want and desire on your grail list shouldn't be affected by other people. But that's the situation with grails in my terms. It's get what you want. Get literally put it, and nothing that happens with that release, or nothing, the fact that it's no longer exclusive, should affect your list, because then, like you said, Q, it's the fact that you didn't really love it, you just loved the hype behind it.
Yeah, don't fall victim to the hype, man.
Exactly. Don't fall victim. Don't be a casualty of that hype. Don't get those bullets from those hypes, bro, because there are stingers, bro. There are stingers to that. There's a whole level of not getting involved in hype and realizing that it's not what it's built to be, because you're on this false illusion that commodity drives what you are as a human being, and in reality, to be like a human being is more than just what you have and what you buy. It's more to being a human being than just showing off what you've got, pretty much.
You have try to place more value than you accept the value that's been placed by others.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But so we move on to the next subject.
This is going to be interesting.
This is going to be controversial.
What you got, TJ?
Okay, so the next subject, the next topic to discuss is what makes a custom or a sneaker, right? A custom or a sneaker different from a high brand to a low end. So we've had this controversy. We have this controversy where Nike have made it like you're seeing on screen. What say the sneaker, bro? Say the sneaker before I forget what it is myself. This is
the Steve Madden. I don't know the technical name of it, but it's pretty much a fake off-white Jordan 1.
Okay, so it's the Steve Madden off-white Jordan 1 Chicago. So we know Steve Madden's been sued, and we've had Warren Lotus, and we've had Cool Kai. So we know. I'm going to pull up the cool some of the Cool Kai and the what do you call it, Warren Lotus sneakers, because I want to show everybody what we're talking about. We're talking about these sneakers, this Warren Lotus sneaker. This is off the Pigeons. It's a replica of the Pigeons, and then we've got the other ones here. I should have put it all in one screen. Unfortunately, that didn't work that way. So we have the other version, which is this Reaper. Let me just pull this Reaper up. Share that. This is the Reaper. It looks like a Dunk SB Dunk Low. We know Warren Lotus is in real trouble with Nike. So the question is, with I'm going to show you a quick. I'm going to share the Cool Kai with you, because this is another good example of a person that's entrepreneuring and trying to make something of something that is already out there. And we're like, okay, cool. I see what you're doing, but I think it's not a good move for you to do that, because Jordan and Nike are going to be on your tail, which they obviously have been. So let's try to pull this Cool Kai up.
They haven't been able to stop Cool Kai though, which I'm happy for him and what he's doing, because a lot of his stuff is sought after, and he does a lot of dope designs, but it's obviously based on the Jordan 1 silhouette.
Yeah, exactly.
And because he is independent and because he does all his own work, him and his team, I have had the pleasure of meeting some of the people at Cool Kai, thanks to Retro Rick at RetroCon. They always show up. Retro Rick has a personal relationship with Cool Kai, so I might be a little biased when it comes to Kai. I don't own any Kais because they're not for me, but I do appreciate what he does.
So, okay, cool. Do you first? Let's make a first step. Do you agree or disagree with what Cool Kai, with what Warren Lotus has done, with what Steve Madden has done?
Lotus and Kai, I don't have much issue with. Steve Madden, I don't like it.
But what is technically the difference? Because I'm going to play the devil's advocate. I'll play the brand, and you play the consumer. So I'm going to sue these guys because they've taken the Jordan 1 model. I'm being fair and consistent. I'm being the brand. You're the community consumer, and this is me against you. So like, I don't like that. I'm going to sue them. And this is Nike brand talking. I want to sue Warren Lotus and Cool Kai and Steve Madden for their designs because you are ripping off the original silhouette of the Jordan 1. So what's the difference between the two? What's the difference between Warren Lotus and Kawhi? No, Warren Lotus, Kawhi, and Steve Madden?
As a consumer, like I said, I have bias. I have bias toward bias toward Cool Kai and Warren Lotus and guys like John Geiger also, and there are a lot of other indie brands that do similar stuff. They take silhouettes that the copyrights are kind of fuzzy on, and so from the consumer's perspective, it's based on whether or not I like it. And I understand the brands or the corporations that say, wait a minute, you took my design, I don't like that, so now I'm going to sue you. I get it from both sides. It to me, it comes down to, do you like it or not as a consumer? And like I said before, I don't. Kai has some stuff that I like. This particular pair that we're looking at, the Paisley print, UNC
Paisley
color.
UNC, yeah.
I do like the design and the colorway, but I can't see myself wearing that. There have only been a few Kais that I could see myself actually pulling off.
So let's be honest. Cool Kai is becoming really popular, and we've seen who's that guy that was wearing it? It was in this must sneaker news the other day. There was a coach that wore the Cool Kais on court. Well, in a game. So he's getting popularity, and which is great for him. Which is awesome to see. So in the way I look at it is, I think even with Steve Madden, what he's done, with what Warren Lotus has done, and with what Cool Kai has done, they're very similar things, and that they've replaced something on a silhouette and made it different, but made it unique to themselves. But also they've used the original patent and literally grabbed it and manipulated it to what they want. So this is a term of customization. It's a term of customization. But they've replicated the sneaker from fresh to do what they've done now, right? So in retrospect, it's their own unique take on the Jordan 1, but it's still a Jordan 1. And I can see why Nike and Jordan are upset with it. I can see why lawsuits are going out, but I can also see the flip side of it from the designers are saying, Cool Kai and Warren Lotus saying, well, we've just created something unique because we're inspired off that model.
And on the flip side, you have guys like the shoe surgeon.
And I'm going to pull it up now. Let me pull it up now quickly before we go on.
The shoe surgeon is in a bit of a different category, in my opinion, because he actually buys the product and rebuilds it, as opposed to guys like Warren and Kai that actually produce their own version of an existing product, which can be looked at as plagiarism, which can be looked at as infringement. So from the legal standpoint, I can't argue with Nike, wanting to bring lawsuits, but bespoke is what the shoe surgeon does.
Yeah. Okay.
Now he has, as you can see on the website, he has actual full-size runs. I'm not sure if it's one per size or if there are
10
multiple.
Grand.
Yeah.
10 grand.
Yeah. And I can't argue the price. I can't argue the price because this is one of a kind stuff. Like I told you when you first revealed that Friends and Family custom of the K54 Jordan 5, that shoe, if I were you, I wouldn't sell that shoe for less than 5, 6, 7, 10,000 because it's one of a kind.
Yeah.
Even if it's recreated, it's not the first one.
Yeah. So you've seen some of these designs. These are really like unique designs. But the thing is, this is like the Louis Vuitton print for for the Jordan 1. This looks like the Travis Scott Mocha. This could be the Mocha ones as well.
But the materials that he's using way better materials than the actual brand is using, and these shoes are being created by hand, one by one. They're not mass produced at all. So that price tag is understandable for me. Like you can pull up the shoe surgeon and see him and his team actually doing the work.
Yeah. Oh, but what I'll say is, if you were to go in his shop, there is a section there where you can get accessories and apparels. I think not that. There used to be. I don't know if it's gone now. But you can go in and get all. Yeah, there you go. You can get the shoemaking bundles as well. So basically, it gives you like a shoemaker. It gives you the mask. It gives you the foams. It gives you the materials. So you can really recreate a sneaker from fresh. But what the whole shoe surgeon's driven on is grabbing the sneaker that you've got, building on that with the new materials and reconstructing it. It's a deconstruct to reconstruct.
Right.
And like Cool Kai and like Warren Lotus, to create the sneaker from fresh. And that is totally different to what the shoe surgeon does. But in reality, what the shoe surgeon sells is a fresh kit. It literally is. So, bro, like, you can buy the kit. They'll give you the kit to order. They give you the shoemaker's bundle, which includes the foams. I don't know why he stopped selling the foams now, because basically you see that mask there, the foam, that shoe mask. That used to be something that he used to sell back in the day. Yeah, I don't know whether he's got rid of that.
He's selling a service for the most part. Yep. Like when you see someone go to him and they say, "I want a Jordan 5 like this,"
you can get patterns as well. Yeah, you can get a pattern for the Jordan 1 in your size. So if you're US 11.5, there you go. There's a pattern. You can basically add it to cart. $500 though. So you can get that. You can definitely get that. So in reality, that's what I was looking at. Shoe last, you can get a Air Force One. You can get all the lasts you want. You can get Yeezy 700, Yeezy 350, and you can get the Jordan 2 and 3. Ironically, it's the same mask. There you go. The same last.
3 and 4,
yeah, it's 3 and 4. So it's a very similar sneaker. But yeah, you can get Jordan 1 last for like £200. So you grab that, put it in your cart, and there you go. That's your size. But the thing is, with this is grabbing a sneaker, recreating it, deconstructing, recreating it, and putting it back together, which shoe surgeon does. But for what Cool Kai does and for the other guys do, they make their sneaker from absolutely fresh, absolute scratch, and that there is why Nike and Jordan are chasing them to shut them down, because they can do what Jordan and Nike do, but now the hypocrisy comes into play. Mm-hmm. The whole, because we're talking about independent people like Warren Lotus, like Cool Kai, and like Steve Madden. Now let's have a look at these. Now let's have a look at these big brands, these big brands, and let's talk about what is the difference between Amiri, Balenciaga, Mason Margiela doing what they do. What, and they are allowed to get away with stuff like this.
This is Louboutin.
Louboutin is Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton, Louboutin, however you say. I've heard it pronounced different ways. This is essentially a Jordan 4 knockoff. If you look at it, and rest in peace, Virgil Abloh designed this shoe. We know Virgil loved Jordans. We know it. And if you look at this shoe, it's basically a Jordan 4 with a few changes. You can't tell me it's not. Nobody, Jordan Brand, Mike himself, Tinker, nobody can tell me that this shoe was not based on a Jordan 4. What's the difference between Louboutin doing this,
Louboutin.
and Kai or Warren Lotus or John Geiger, because we didn't mention John Geiger. He got in trouble for replicating the Air Force One, but so did Bape. Bape also replicated the Air Force One and other Nike silhouettes as well. They replicated the Air Max 90. So why then does Bape and Louboutin and Amiri and these other brands get to do what they do? Look at this. What is this?
This is what came out last week. This is a deconstructed, let's just say Mason Margiela, right? Deconstructed Lightning 4, Jordan 4 Lightning. Bro, there's except for the placement of the wings, except for the cut, and maybe some of the paneling, there's nothing. It's a 4, bro.
It's a 4.
And number one is deconstructed. Like that midsole is deconstructed to the point where you put that on, that's not got a lot of wears on it, right?
It's a 4, bro.
How are Louis Vuitton or Mason Margiela getting away with stuff like this? Like what like why is Nike, Mike and Jordan Bryan not looking at this and saying, "Yo, you can't do that. What the hell have you done?"
It's a 4, bro.
Of course, it's a 4.
It's money. I think we have similar opinions about this. It's because these brands like Margiela and Louis Vuitton have the bankroll, they have the pocketbook, they have the wallet, the checkbook to throw at Nike and say. And
we talk about the jizz in your pants Footlocker exclusive.
Bro, what the hell is
shag
that?
And ship, the shag and ship. But this is Mason Margiela's take on a deconstructed sneaker that's got glue stains all over it. Right, this is the original shag and ship, bro. this is the original hell no sneaker. This is the original sneaker, bro. Literally, look at that,
bro.
Who's gonna put that on feet?
And
that goes for quite a lot as well. I think that's $1,000, near enough £1,000.
I'm sleep, bro. I'm sleep on that, man. Like
I can't even look at deconstructed. The sole is deconstructed. There's glue stains everywhere, bro. That's also hot. They've grabbed a sneaker, deconstructed it, and put hot glue stains everywhere, and selling it for in excess of £500 to £600.
Bro,
like, how do you get away with that stuff like that?
Just let me know when you take it off the screen, bro. I can't.
I stopped sharing it.
That is horrible.
You're telling me, bro.
But once again, bro, we got Air Force One lows, we got Air Force One highs. And we also have the Air Max 90 / Reebok Classic / A6 Gel Light / NMD runner from Louis Vuitton. Like how are they doing this? How are they doing this? And getting away with it.
I don't know. I want to share something else with you. I'll show you. We talk about Fugazis, right? We talk about a lot of sneakers that look so like fake that like that and such. Remember those high heels? What was it? Was it Horizon? No,
it's a high heel Jordan.
Jordashes, yeah. Right. Have a look at these. What? Balenciaga came and did it before Jordan Brand did it. Bro, what the hell is that?
It's a sneaker heel.
Sneaker heel, and then £975, bro.
Okay. Okay.
And
tell
and
Balenciaga not to hold their breath.
and that's not the only sneaker that they, like. Let's just be honest. We're talking about Jordan Brand. They're not only ripping off Jordan Brand, right? Like they are actually going in and doing stuff like we've seen Yeezys. There you go. That pretty much is like not Yeezy, but an Ultra Boost. That's pretty much like an Ultra Boost for this.
Yeah.
You know, it's the City Sock. The City Sock is similar to this, right? That's one version. It's called the Speed Trainer, recyclable Speed Trainer, right? And then
Wait, recycle, bro. Yes.
Recyclable.
Yes, it's recycled. It's a recycle straight from Adidas. Okay.
And then last, but when this is not Adidas they're only using, bro. There's another one I'm just gonna quickly pull up, and you'll be like, "What the hell did you just show?" If I've not taken it, if not got rid of it already, yes, there you go. Look at that. Isn't that Asics, bro?
Oh yeah, that's Asics all day.
Balenciaga wanted to sell you some Asics for $825 or £825.
Bro, it's nonstop ridiculousness when we're talking about brands biting from other brands, and these high fashion brands can get away with it, where the independent brands and the smaller brands like Steve Madden. Steve Madden ain't independent, but Steve Madden is nowhere near as big
as Balenciaga or Louis Vuitton
or Amiri. Look at this, bro. Different, and look, they even biting Cool Kai. How does Amiri bite Jordan and Cool Kai at the same time?
That I don't understand. Like why they look, bro. Go back up. Isn't that the royal colorway?
Yes,
right there.
Yes, 100%. And they got it spinning for you. Ain't you got to touch it. They got it spinning for you. Like, tell me.
Can't touch it. Can't touch it.
That is a Jordan 1 Dunk Kai Amiri. Like, that is a Jordan 1 Dunk Kai Amiri high top. And how much they want for this crap? Bruh, I can't. It's sold out.
Yeah,
Look
bro, it's
sold out. $650.
Yep. £500 here. £500, bro. £500 for a Jordan 1. You're paying resale for a upscale design of a high brand. I mean, I don't understand the politicking behind this. And because it looks like they even got the Lakers colorway.
Mm-hmm.
They got the Lakers colorway.
They got them. They got them for you. You can't say okay. If we look at some of the design cues, right? The collar and the side panel is different, but that's a Jordan 1 toe box all day. It's a dunk sole.
Yep.
That is a dunk sole. And that very top collar, that back heel collar, is from the Jordan 1. And
yeah. So they've mismatched all like a Nike and a Jordan, a Dunk and a Jordan 1, and made the Amiri sneaker. Like, how are we allowing big brands to get away with this yet? Nike are going after the smaller consumers that design like Cool Kai, the more and lowest. So what makes this acceptable? The Amiri or the Balenciaga or the Louis Vuitton, an acceptable rip-off of a original design from Nike and Jordan, and when it comes to other people that want to do the same thing, it's not acceptable. I don't understand the hypocrisies behind it. I do understand the money side of it, because it's easier to take on smaller designers than it is for Nike and Jordan to take on Balenciaga and Louis Vuitton and all of that stuff, because money makes it difficult to stop things happening.
But if it's about integrity, if it's truly about you stole our design for a big, giant, huge, Nike is the number one sportswear brand in the world and have been for decades at this point. If it's really about the integrity of the design, why not go after everybody that you can go after, or everyone that you should go after to protect your intellectual property as a brand? It doesn't make sense.
You know what? You know what? Do you? All right, cool. Before I touch on this subject, do you know what all the high brands are saying at the moment?
What's that?
Can't touch it. Yeah, but basically, I also believe wasn't there an issue with the actual patent for it? Like basically, Nike had to lock it down. This is what allowed other brands to do it. So like, are they still accepting the fact that Amiri and Balenciaga and Louis Vuitton and Maison Margiela are still going to take the designs? Are still going to? Like, I only think that applies to the Jordan 1, but Maison Margiela are ripping off the Jordan 4.
Right. Because I believe with that one patent, there was a window of opportunity for different brands to go in and patent their design, which had to be different enough from that original Jordan 1 design. And also the Air Force One. There was the Jordan 1 high and low, and also the Air Force Ones that they had to renew the patents on in order to keep other brands from stealing or using that design exactly.
Okay, so in reality, then Jordan Brand and Nike don't really stand a leg, or don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to locking that patent down until recently. So anything post 2021, nobody can actually rip off.
I mean, it was seen that way. The controversy went on for a while. It was big news for a little while. I didn't pay as much attention to it as maybe I should have, to be honest with you, because it was only after the news came out that I started seeing so many shoes that looked like Air Force Ones and Jordan 1s. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
that was like, what? Exactly.
Yeah, man. They went crazy. The designers went crazy. All these big brands started going crazy, and that's when you hear about the Kais and the Warren Lotuses and the John Geigers that are getting sued for doing pretty much the same thing that these bigger companies are doing, and they aren't getting sued. So it's sad, man.
It's sad. If it comes down to integrity, then the integrity side of it should be going after everybody to lock in their brands. You give one allowance one way and you don't give it the other way, you're seen as being hypocrite.
Yeah,
like big fat hypocrites, because basically it's not a good look, because I like, in terms of going after the lower scale marketing people that are actually starting up, doing the same thing, because they probably got inspiration of these higher brands anyway to go in and do what they want to do, and now they're getting shut down. There's not a good look for Nike, because it almost feels like you're going after the people that are starting up, the poorer people that want to create a function or a business for themselves, to actually kind of, now you're giving allowances to bigger brands, and you're seeing biases coming out, and it's almost like, well, you don't want other people to eat, but you want these big brands to eat off your plate, and you don't want other people. So it almost seems that way. And then there's all these rumors about customizers, like a couple last year especially. There was rumors about people grabbing materials like Louis Vuitton materials or the Paisley materials and put them on their sneakers. And all of a sudden, Jordan and Nike are coming back at them, saying you can't do that. You're stealing a design and blah blah blah. And it almost feels like, well, why are you doing that? We're just putting a pattern replacement on the sneaker that we brought. But their whole emphasis was, you're not allowed to use any branding from another company because it affects their collaboration with that set company. So
exactly. And now we have, thanks to Virgil, we have official Jordan 1 Louis Vuitton sneakers. And with Nike and Jordan collaborating with Virgil, and Virgil working for Louis Vuitton, that makes sense that Nike and Jordan wouldn't go after Louis Vuitton. That makes a little more sense. But for people that don't have relationships in the same way that Virgil had with a different company that allowed that bridge to form, it doesn't make sense.
So this is where the hypocrisy comes in again. Is some people out there are putting butterfly patterns on Air Force Ones, they're not allowed to do anymore. They're putting the paisley print on their Air Force Ones, they're not allowed to do it anymore. They're putting Louis Vuitton on their sneakers, they're not allowed to do it anymore. They're putting Louis Vuitton patterns on with stencils, they're not allowed to do it anymore, apparently. So why don't they go after the shoe surgeon? Because he's doing it.
I don't know, man.
We just discussed deconstruction, reconstruction of sneakers, which some people are doing. Which some people are using patterns to put on sneakers, and they've been told that Nike and Jordan Brand might be coming after you because you're not allowed to do that. And there was a strict order from Nike and Jordan Brand last year that they will be productively stopping the sale of more than X amount of Air Force Ones to people. They were stopping the sale. They were stopping people from actually putting on these prints on their sneakers because it's affecting their relationship with high brands like Louis Vuitton that they want to do collaborations with because it's already been done and they want to keep that exclusive to that brand. But yet you have a very good, amazing person called a shoe surgeon that's been doing it for years, that has done it for years, that has got a massive reputation, that has got a school that you can go to actually do this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So why aren't they going after the shoe surgeon? And congratulations to the shoe surgeon who's actually had. And was it Louis Vuitton who got a deal with recently?
I think I'm not sure. I have to look at it.
Yeah, but he's got a deal with a big brand now as well, and he's making waves, and it's awesome to see. And I'm always for seeing creative expression and customs because I'm first and foremost I love doing customs and I'm a customizer, right? But I love to see it because basically it means we see these amazing designs, right? Yeah. And we see these designs from people that I got to pay tribute to Kai for doing what he's doing because he's doing some work of expression, work of art for his side. But then if Jordan Brand want to shut these people down, they should be shutting everybody else down because in reality, you're still biting off your plate.
This is not fair, man. And like we alluded to earlier, I think every sneakerhead, for the most part, that contributes to the bank, the Jordan Bank, the Nike and Jordan Bank. I know I personally got a love-hate relationship with Nike and Jordan, especially since sneakers and all the crazy stuff that go on with the sneakers app. So man, it's just crazy. It's unfortunate for some people that they have to go through these things where others are allowed to get away with it. And I don't know if it's because of relationships with the brand or because of money, the amount of money that some have versus what others don't. Because big bank take little bank. Shout out Egasol and sneaker veterans. Big bank take little bank on that situation, man.
Yeah, but it's a very controversial subject. But the thing is, Nike is going to always do what Nike was best for Nike and Jordan. And having the shoe surgeon. Oh, it must have been. Was it Gucci and I think it's Gucci and the shoe surgeon. Just look at this up. I think it was Gucci. Was it Gucci? No, I have to look at it another time. I'm trying to find out who is actually. It was into 2021. I can't really remember. Put my name on the high brand company that he went to, but in reality, it's life is unfair. Unfortunately, life is very unfair in some circumstances. So I can understand why Nike and Jordan Brand want to keep open relationships with higher brands because it means even if they're a bite off the original silhouettes, it still means that Nike and Jordan Brand can come to the table and do a Dior a collaboration, can do a Louis Vuitton collaboration, can do a Amiri collaboration one day, because these brands people pick up and there's hype behind them. And if Cool Kai keeps going the way he's going, and if he does make something of himself and he does become a high brand, then maybe Jordan Brand will want to put that lightning on that to tick on the side of their panel at the same time. But it's riding that wave, it's riding that that struggled initially, that the brands want to close you down, and that's the struggle. No, I'm not Warren Lotus, but for what Warren Lotus did, it was good, but he gave a chance for everybody to cop a sneaker that was absolutely sold out. If you didn't get the pigeons, you could get the Warren Lotus pigeons. So if you didn't get the Freddy Kruegers, you could get the Freddy Krueger. He gave people options. He gave people options. Unfortunately, he's getting locked down by Nike. Rightfully so. From their perspective, if they see that he's biting and they want to close him down, it's their prerogative to do so. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because we would like to see it be fair and consistent, as you say.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out to Cool Kai and his whole team and what they're doing over there. At this point in time, not everybody is aware of the hype and the movement behind the Cool Kais, but they are now more accepted by the sneaker community. So I'm happy for him with that. He's got collaborations going on with certain artists. Hopefully, like you said, in the future, he'll be able to duck all that Nike smoke like these high fashion brands do, and we won't have to talk about this type of controversy moving forward for him and guys like John Geiger and Warren Lotus. And I hope they all find their own way to do what they want to do without having to bump heads with Nike.
And you know what the interesting thing is, all of this comes out from the love of the silhouette. All of it comes out from the love of being a sneakerhead, or the love of wanting to excel and be great and do something and take something that you love and trying to make it your own as well because you love it so much. And it's all driven from love. Some of it obviously driven from profit as well. But if you didn't love the brand, you wouldn't do what you do.
Nah, I can't see any of these guys taking that design if they did. Because Cool Kai, if you follow Cool Kai, he got a lot of fake pages. But when you find the real Cool Kai page on Instagram, he still buys and wears Nike and other brands. So you could see the love for the sneaker culture in his Instagram post. So it's just unfortunate, man, at the end of the day, that some of the big brands can get away with it, but the indies can't. It's sad.
Yeah. Life is unfair, bro. Life is unfair. But I hope all of them the best, to be honest. They are making, if they're making waves, it's an inspiration for us to actually make the same waves in the future or open up doors for other people. And it's always it's my whole thought process of it. It's always good to be open, not exclusive. It's also always great to open doors for others and not kind of shut doors on people. So I hope their movement carries on. I hope they kind of keep doing great things. To be honest, I keep seeing great things come from Cool Kai. I keep seeing retro show Cool Kai stuff. So, and that brand is being super hyped and super limited now as well. So it's great. It's got a movement and it's got a name. I just hope that Nike doesn't just slam the door and just seal it shut. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. But I think that's it, man.
Yeah, we come to the end of the show. Today we talked about the shag and shit method that Footlocker are doing. today we talked about what we were wearing last week, and today we talked about Grails, and we also talked about definitions and some of the hypocrisy that we live in day in day out with brands, high end brands and low end developers and artists. So it's interesting. It was an interesting discussion, bro. It was an interesting discussion.
Yeah.
So on that note, I'll let you close out, bro. Floor is yours.
So, as my guy TJ would say, hope y'all have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, and hopefully y'all can cop all the cool cars y'all want, because y'all deserve to get all the cool cars you want. So for TJ, Q Rocker, Shoe Dog Podcast, peace.
Peace.